All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it is summertime and it is time to undervolt the PC. I'm going to show you how to do this. So first you want to go to the MSI page over here, MSI Afterburner page. If you don't already have MSI Afterburner installed, go to just type MSI Afterburner. It should be the first link at the top, near the top, and the page should be msi.com. Go ahead and download this. Once you download this, go through the install. Do not install Norton. It'll ask you if you want to install Norton on like one of the first few pages. Do not install that. So yeah, once you do that, go ahead and pick your game of choice. In my case, I'm choosing Overwatch, as you can see over here. And I've set the graphics to something that's relatively realistic, as in like what I would normally use, which is basically everything low in the quality settings. So basically everything low, and then put texture quality on high. If you really want to push your PC and really get like the best possible like starting point or standing point, go ahead and put it on ultra or on high, and then go from there. Make sure the video quality, like the video setting tab is set to like this, like the FPS is set to like 600. And if you're on Nvidia like I am, use Nvidia Reflex and go ahead and just hit like save or whatever. The way I'm going to be doing this is really meant for Nvidia people. So if you're on AMD, you could probably use Relive to check and monitor your GPU stuff with their overlay. And if you can, do it that way. In my case, what I'm doing is I'm using the Nvidia overlay. So for Nvidia people, if you have the overlay enabled, all you have to do is Alt-Z. If you do not have the overlay enabled, you're going to have to go to the Nvidia app. If you have the app or GeForce Experience, not this one, not the control panel, the app, and you're going to go into settings and enable the overlay over here. Once you do that, that'll be good. And you can go ahead and press Alt-Z, go into statistics, and you're going to want to enable it. And then you're going to want to change the statistic view to advanced. Once you do that, you can go into here and mess around with the settings. I changed the font color to blue personally, so that's why mine is blue here at the top, right? So you just need these two, the megahertz and the volts. These are the two that you need. And if you can see these two, you're pretty much set. Once you're in game, right, go into the firing range where it'll actually strain the PC a little bit. And so once you do that, you can go ahead and just like move around, shoot, and whatever. But you just kind of want to put strain on the PC at first. So like I said, put the graphic settings on high, and then watch the megahertz and everything. So for me, I already know what this number is. This number is 1860, 1.081 volts. So for me, if I go into MSI Afterburner, so it's kind of annoying to wrap your head around, but pretty much what you want to do is you want to find your megahertz, and then whatever the corresponding voltage is for that, that's the volt you want to start with. And then once you find your volt, you want to do that number minus 0.025 equals, and then what you're going to do then is you're going to set the new number as your voltage, and you're going to raise it. You're going to raise the dot on that voltage to the megahertz. Select 1860, which is at 975. This is my number. Your number will be totally different. So 0.975 minus 0.025, and you want to hit enter. So once you hit enter, you're going to find this number right here. And this is 0.95. So 0.95, you're going to find it on this graph here. And you're going to look at the bottom. 0.95. 0.95 is right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold shift on the keyboard, and you're going to push the mouse up. And you're going to bring it all the way up to, in my case, 1860, or I believe it'll be 1864. Yeah, it'll be 1864. And then once I do that, I while holding shift still, I highlight everything on here. How do I highlight everything? I just click off anywhere in the grid as long as it's close to this dot, and I drag click to the right. That'll highlight everything in here, and then while holding shift still, double tap enter, and it'll flatten out the graph. And once you do that, you go ahead and you can go ahead into MSI and you hit the check mark, and it would apply it. And so once you go in game, you just like walk around, just do things. And as long as the game like is still functional, and you'll know when it's not functional because like everything on your PC will just crash, you can actually just keep going down. So with that in mind, you could quite literally just keep going minus 0.025 equals, and then it goes 0.925. So 0.925, and you'd bring it all the way up to 9 to 18. In my case, it's 1864. And then again, highlight everything up until that point, double tap enter. Come on. Double tap enter, and then reapply. And you keep doing this until your GPU crashes. So I would recommend, if you're like me and you have OBS open and all this other stuff, I would recommend opening OBS and whatnot. And so you could see all of the stats here. They'll be different in comparison to if you were to only do it with the game open only. So my GPU in this particular case crashes at 0.893. So if your PC crashes, let's say at this number right here, right? So let's say the PC crashes at this number right here, you would just re-enter this number and you go plus 0.025, and then you go like that. And so this is the number that you're going to go with. And that's it. So there's going to be a follow-up video for this, and it's how to fix Rivatuner not being compatible with OBS. So when you record on OBS, it will just either record a black screen or a loading page. That video is going to be in the description or in a card probably somewhere. So you can check that out if you use OBS. If you don't, then don't watch it.